Alien D Earth is halfway through its first season, and episode Hive 5 has officially raised the stakes by introducing some of the most terrifying creatures we've seen so far. From blood-sucking alien ticks to a disturbing life cycle that mirrors the xenomorphs in new ways, the series is continuing to push the horror further. What makes this episode even more fascinating is that creator Noah Hawley himself has opened up about these shocking new monsters, giving fans a deeper look into how they fit into the bigger picture of the story. Episode 5 takes place aboard the Maginot, and it becomes a breeding ground for terror when strange alien ticks appear. These aren't just ordinary parasites. They drain massive amounts of blood and then do something even more disturbing. They lay eggs in water sources, which means even something as simple as drinking from a bottle can turn into a nightmare. Hawley explained in his interview that this was all part of the storytelling discovery process. While he had a general idea of where the episode would end, many of the most horrifying details, the water bottle gag, the grotesque surgery scene, even the casual sandwich detail, came to him during the writing itself. He admitted that these spur-of-the-moment ideas often led to the most memorable scares. For Hawley, the key to making these creatures so effective was focusing on escalation. He compared the process to Jurassic Park, where human arrogance collides with the unpredictability of nature. In Alien Earth, every new discovery about the creatures makes the situation worse. The ticks don't just drink blood, they leave behind eggs that spread in unsuspecting ways. And if someone tries to remove them, they release a neurotoxin that can be deadly. It's a horrifying chain reaction designed to remind viewers that the universe is far more dangerous than humans want to believe. What makes this even scarier is that episode 5 doesn't just focus on the ticks. It also brings back the strange eye creature, an alien that mimics and hides in the eye sockets of other beings. Hawley said he wanted these designs to break away from the typical alien archetypes that fans already expect. After all, everyone who tunes into the show has seen an alien movie before. They know about the facehuggers and the chest bursters. So the challenge was finding ways to expand the lore with brand new species while still keeping the terror alive. Episode 5 proves he's succeeding at that. The balance Hawley describes between careful planning and allowing imagination to run wild has become a strength of the series. While the season was outlined in broad strokes, some of the most intense moments came from pure creative instinct. This explains why episode 5 feels so raw, chaotic, and unpredictable. The creatures aren't just serving as background threats, they are driving the narrative, making every choice by the characters on the Maginot more desperate and more doomed. The horror of these new creatures also ties directly back to the larger themes of the Alien franchise. Humanity often underestimates the power of nature, believing it can be controlled, weaponized, or studied safely. But Alien G Earth makes it clear that survival is nearly impossible once these organisms are unleashed. The ticks are a perfect example. They appear small and manageable, but their hidden biology makes them a death sentence. Drinking contaminated water, ignoring the signs of infestation, or even trying to fight back almost always results in tragedy. Episode 5 leaves audiences with one chilling realization. If the Maginot crew couldn't survive these horrors, what chance do the people on Neverland Island have in the present-day timeline? Hawley's comments suggest that the escalation is only just beginning, and the future episodes will likely reveal even more terrifying twists. The balance of discovery, escalation, and inevitability is what makes Alien D Earth such a compelling addition to the franchise. One of the most interesting insights from Hawley's interview is his reminder that the xenomorph itself isn't just one monster. It's 4 separate life stages, each more horrifying than the last. By highlighting that he connects the xenomorph to these new creatures, showing how the danger isn't limited to one form but spreads across an entire evolutionary process. The ticks share that same terrifying adaptability, proving that survival is almost impossible once they appear. Fans who watched episode 5 have already taken to social media, calling it the most disturbing episode so far, praising Hawley for finding ways to terrify them without just repeating what's been done in earlier films. by adding new aliens like the Eye and the Ticks. The series is not only staying fresh, but also building a much larger universe. Every new discovery feels like a reminder that humans are intruders in a galaxy filled with creatures that don't just want to survive. They thrive on destruction. Looking ahead, things aren't about to get any easier for the characters. The release schedule shows that episode 6, titled The Fly, drops on September 9, 2025. Episode 7, Emergence, arrives on September 16, and episode 8, The Real Monsters, airs on September 23. If episode 5 was the halfway turning point, then these upcoming episodes promise to escalate the danger even further. By the time the finale arrives, the body count will almost certainly be higher, and fans are bracing for even more unforgettable horrors. The terrifying brilliance of Alien Earth Episode 5 lies in its unpredictability. The mix of carefully planned story beats and spontaneous discoveries during writing means the show feels alive, constantly evolving, and always one step ahead of what viewers think they know. Hawley's willingness to push boundaries and introduce entirely new alien species ensures that this series is carving out its own identity within the Alien universe. For longtime fans, it's a thrill ride that feels both familiar and refreshingly new. For newcomers, it's a crash course in why the Alien franchise has remained a staple of sci-fi horror for decades. By the end of episode 5, the message is clear: no one is safe, and the worst is yet to come.